Now it came about at that time that Judah was demoted by his brothers, and he turned away until he came to a Adullamite man named Hirah. And there Judah saw the daughters of a merchant named Shua, and he took her and came to her. She conceived and bore a son, and he named him She conceived again and bore a son, and she named him Onan. Once again she bore a son. She named him Shelah. And he, Judah, was in Jezeb when she gave birth to him. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, named Tamar. Now Judah's firstborn, was evil in the eyes of the Lord, and the Lord put him to death. So Judah said to Onan, "Come to your brother's wife and perform the rite of the levirate and raise up progeny for your brother." Now Onan knew that the progeny would not be his, and it came about when he came to his brother's wife, he wasted his semen on the ground in order not to give seed to his brother. Now what he did was evil in the eyes of the Lord, and he put him to death also. Then Judah said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, "Remain as a widow in your father's house until my son Shelah grows up." For he said, lest he too die like his brothers. So Tamar went, and she remained in her father's house. Many days passed, and Shua's daughter Judah's wife died, and Judah was consoled, and he went up to watch over his sheep shearers, he and Hirah, his Adullamite friends, to Timnah. And it was told to Tamar, saying, "Behold, your father-in-law is going up to Timnah to shear his sheep." So she took off her widow's garb, covered her head with a veil, and covered her face, and she sat down at the crossroads that were on the way to Timnah, for she saw that Shelah had grown up, but as for her, she was not given to him for a wife. Then Judah saw her, he thought she was a harlot, because she covered her face. So he turned aside toward her to the road, and he said, "Get ready now, I will come to you." For he did not know that she was his daughter-in-law. She said, "What will you give me that you should come to me?" And he said, "I will send a kid from the herd." And she said, "Only if you give me a pledge until you send it." So he said, "What is the pledge that I should give you?" She said, "Your signet and your cloak, and the staff that is in your hand." So he gave them to her, and he came to her, and she conceived his likeness. Then she arose and went away, and she took off her veil. She donned her widow's garb. And Judah sent the kid by the hand of his Adullamite friend to take the pledge from the woman's hand. And he did not find her. So he asked the people of the place, saying, "Where is the harlot who was at the crossroads on the way?" And they said, "No harlot was there." So he returned to Judah, and he said, "I have not found her." And the people of the place also said, "No harlot was there." So Judah said, "Let her take them for herself, lest we become a laughing stock. Behold, I sent this kid, but you did not find her." Now it came about after nearly 3 months that it was told to Judah, saying, "Your daughter-in-law Tamar has played the harlot, and behold, she is pregnant from harlotry." So Judah said, "Bring her out and let her be burned." She was taken out, and she sent her father-in-law, saying, "From the man to whom these belong I am pregnant." She said, "Please recognize whose signet, ring, cloak, and staff are these." And Judah recognized them, and he said, "She is right, it is from me, because I did not give her to my son Shelah." But he no longer continued to be intimate with her. And it came about at the time she was giving birth that, behold, there was twins in her womb. And it came about when she gave birth that he, the infant, stretched out his hand. So the midwife took and found a crimson thread on his hand, saying, "This one came out first." And it came about as he was drawing back his hand, behold, his brother emerged. And she said, "With what strength you have strengthened yourself?" And he, Judah, named him Perez. Afterwards his brother emerged, the one upon whose hand was the crimson thread, and he named him Zerah.